Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another Minnesota Twins trade video. Huge trade news going down right at the deadline for the Minnesota Twins. They trade for Sam Dyson. Is he the best trade? I don't know. We're going to go through it, of course, his stats, where I think he fits into the team, and what we're going to have to give up for him. Because right now I'm on Twitter just to see if any more moves are being made by them. But it does look like they haven't completely gone through the trade. They haven't said who they're giving up for it yet, but let's go through it. Sam Dyson, a very, very solid reliever who's having one of his better years as part of the Giants. He was on Texas for a while, back with the Marlins and the Toronto Blue Jays when he started. He's 31 years old. He is getting a little older. Same with Romo. But, you know, we do acquire two big pieces for our bullpen in Romo and Dyson. Now, again, are these the pieces that are going to help us win the World Series? I don't know. That's the thing I want to know from you guys. What do you guys think about this trade? I'll go through his stats. I'll give you my opinion here, but I want to know yours. Was this the right piece that we needed to make, and is it going to be our deciding factor for the postseason and the World Series? So let's go through his stats. Again, 31 years old, having a very good season this year. He's 4-1 with the Giants, a 2.47 ERA, and that is one of the best in his of any season that he has had so far. If you go back to 2014 with Miami, he had a 2.14. Other than that, when he was with Texas after coming over from Miami, he had a 115 for the second part of that season. But otherwise, that is it. It's third, right alongside his 2016 season with Texas at 2.4 as well. So he is right there at one of his better seasons. Now, that's ERA-wise. As we continue going down, the numbers do get a little bit better. So let's go through it. He's pitched in 49 games this season, 51 innings. He has 2 saves. I don't think he'll be our designated save guy, as he was only a save guy in Texas, basically, for 2016. That was about it. But he's definitely a guy who we can throw into the bullpen and really do well. I don't think, like I said, he'll be a closer, but if he could set up Romo and Rogers, that is perfect. So 51 innings, he's given up 39 hits. 14 earned runs. Now, here's the biggest piece of why I think Dyson is going to be a very good person that we picked up. 47 strikeouts, so maybe, not quite 1 per inning, but only 7 walks. This guy does not walk people at all. He has his highest strikeout to walk rate out of any season, except for the half season that he came over to Texas in 2015 when it was a 7.5. But again, that was only half the season. If you count for the entire season, it was only 3.8. This is 6.71. Incredible strikeout to walk ratio. He strikes out 8.3 per 9, which is his second highest as well for that season. Back in 2015, he did have a good season of 8.5, but 8.3, the second highest, doing very well for strikeouts per 9, walks per 9, 1.2. It's not, again, going to blow you out of the water in any particular category, but one of his lower sides, his second lowest walk per 9 ratio. That is incredible. Then home runs per 9 is 0.5, probably about average right there. His hits per 9 is 6.9, so it is a little, again, below average. It's a little below Sergio Romo there. But his whip, this is where it really, really surprised me. 0.9. 0.9 whip. That means he does not give up walks or hits very much per inning. As I mentioned, gives up less than 1 hit per 9, less than 1 hit per inning so far in his 51 innings and 39 hits, but also only the 7 walks. That is incredible. I love that about this guy. And he has a 2.7 FIP, a 171 ERA plus. Are you kidding me? This guy is a diamond in the rough. I mean, talk about Will Smith. I really like the guy. I wish we could have maybe traded for both of these guys, but I don't think anybody was talking about Sam Dyson being a guy that we could actually pick up and maybe get something, like actually develop him into a good relieving role. He's been with the Giants when they've been really struggling. He was with Texas. They've never been good. He was at the Marlins. Well, they've never been good. The Blue Jays, were they good in 2012? He didn't do good. He pitched in 2 games and gave up 3 runs in .2 innings. I mean, how about that? 40 ERA back in his first season. But that's not the point. The point is that he was with bad teams that had no run support, that were awful with their pitching staffs for the last couple of years. The Giants weren't good. The Marlins were never good. Texas was never good. Now he gets to be with the Twins. Yes, he is 31. I would say he's just at the end of his prime, right? I mean, coming off of a great season this year. Last year, with the Giants, he went 2.69 ERA, very good in 74 appearances. He had 3 saves, 71 innings, 56 hits, 56 strikeouts, 20 walks, very good there. His ERA plus was 142. Again, one of the highest or one of the more high ones in his career. The 171 blows everything out of the water, by the way, except for his 2014 season where he had a 174. He also had a 188 in 2016. My bad. So it's right up there, I guess, in third. But had a whip of 1 last year. Hits per 9 were a little bit up at 7.2. The home runs per 9 were the same. Walks per 9 were up just a tad. And the strikeouts per 9 were down a tad. But this guy with the Giants has been super, super solid. And that's exactly what we need. And if you pair him with Romo, I think, like I said, he could be a guy that goes the 7th inning, sets up Romo for the 8th, and gives Rodgers the 9th inning. He's not a guy who's going to walk a lot of people, give up a lot of hits. You throw him in there, and then he's got a nasty sinker, right? I think he's the guy with the sinker, because I wanted him back in 2017, 2018, when he was with Texas and moved over to the Giants. I really wanted this guy because I thought he had a really good over-the-top sinker, if I'm not mistaken. But he's a guy who's going to throw a different angle at these hitters in the 7th inning to set up Romo, who will come with the slider in the 8th. And I think he makes Romo a lot better in that situation. And then, of course, Rodgers gets the 9th. If you just saw last night during the Marlins game where we won 2-1, I mean, our bullpen shut him down. 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-3. Well, besides the hit guy that Romo hit. But, that's not the point. The point is that he did not give up hits. None of the guys, give up hits. They don't walk people. They don't give up hits. They get guys out. And that is what these guys are going to do. Now, is it the biggest move we could have made? I don't know. Like I said, Will Smith was still out there. It seems as if the Giants were giving out relievers left and right, and they didn't want to give up Will Smith. Very interesting. I think that it's very interesting that we only made these 2 moves. I don't think it was enough. I really don't, considering what the Astros just did today. They got Aaron Sanchez. They got Zach Greinke. They already had 2 really good starters. The Yankees didn't do anything, at least that I can see. But very, very interesting to see that the Twins really didn't make that big of moves. I mean, yes, they got 2 solid relievers. They're going to help us. They're going to make the team better. But is it enough to win the World Series? Is it enough to make a playoff push, especially if the Yankees go on and take the division, or the AL, and we have to face the Astros in Houston? More than likely we'll be the 3rd best team. What does that do for us? I don't know, because we'd have to go to Houston first. It is really going to be interesting to see how this goes. But it looks like the prospects that we gave up were Prelander, Barrera, and Kwei Chen. Kwei Tang. I'm sorry if I mispronounced those guys' names right there. But those are the 2 guys we got rid of. Minor leaguers. I'm trying to look to see if we've done everything else. Obviously, they weren't our top prospects. So, I think it's, and this is what I was just going to say right here at the end, is we didn't have to give up much for him, which is just great. I talked about us trying to go get Thor, Wheeler, all these other starters, all these other top-tier relievers, but you know what? We had to give up a lot for him, right? I mean, talking about Thor, not a reliever, but talking about Thor, we had to give up one of our, if not both of our top prospects for it. We didn't have to do that with Dyson. And I said, his stats prove it. He is going to be a solid late inning guy who is going to give us innings, and he's going to get us outs. That's what we needed, and that's what we got. So, I mean, I don't think anybody, is going to complain about this trade, because we didn't really have to give up anything. And that's the same with the Romo trade. Looking back on it, I didn't think it was going to be that great of a deal, but you know what? We really didn't give up anything for it. We got a couple of prospects back, and now we gave up a couple of, low-level prospects who aren't going to, make it to the majors probably. And we got a solid reliever that's going to help us win now. So I really like this trade. I do think it, will pay off at least better than it would have if we didn't make the trade. I guess that's a good way to put it. But I'm very excited. even though we didn't make, that big of moves, we did help our team, and that's what, all we can do at the end of the day. We had a solid lineup. I don't think we really needed to touch that except for maybe Scope, but, that's beside the point, and we weren't going to trade him, so we have a solid lineup. Our starting rotation has been, average to better than average. They've been good, and now our bullpen just got a little bit better. Because, Harper is good. He's got a good curveball. Rogers has been solid. Duffy's been good. May has been okay. These guys, they all have different things that they bring to the table, and that is very, very good for our bullpen, especially adding a guy with a good slider in Romo, and a guy who could go into the late innings of the game and get outs and not walk people, and that's what's good for our team. So I want to know what you guys think of this trade. I do think it was a good trade considering what we gave up. So I want to know what you guys think. Where does this put us in respect to the Astros after their trades that they made today, and the Yankees? Of course, they didn't make very many trades this series or this trade deadline. So I want to know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments, and we'll see where this goes. But it's going to be a wild ride. That Cleveland made those moves. It's going to be a wild ride. Let's put it that way. So that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching so much. We'll see you next time. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video. Check out the other trade videos that I've made or the other recaps that I've made as well. Thank you, and we'll see you for the game review tonight. Peace out.